Welcome back, everybody, to Covenant Live, coming at you from the studio in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I've got Zach on my left, got Jonathan and John on the right, and they don't have a camera today because we packed everything up that we can so we can go to SorceryCon in Las Vegas, Nevada. We're leaving tomorrow on a plane. The whole crew is going. So if you see some ruffians wandering about SorceryCon and you've never seen them before, they probably are employed by us.
I was going to say beautiful men, but ruffians probably gets the job done better.
That's why you're CEO.
Yeah.
And why I'm ultimately the marketing, because ruffians is a much more interesting word and much more fun to look at. Hey, everybody. We're going to be doing some SorceryCon prep. We're going to be cracking this box open and doing some sealed, I imagine, because you need to practice so you don't get beat like you have like the past 8 times we played. So hopefully you can have a respectable finish and represent the company well. I'll be playing in the beta sealed event. I don't think I'm playing in the Arthurian sealed event so that I can run the camera because Jonathan's playing in the Arthurian sealed event.
Soon to be the Arthurian Legend sealed SorceryCon to Boogaloo champion.
That's right.
Oh yeah. I'll be the champion of the C League. I'll be the champion of the bottom tables.
I'll tell you what. I at SorceryCon Seattle earlier this year. I won the sealed into draft event by some miracle of God. But there were a lot of losses.
I'm just going to keep adjusting this.
Prior to anyone doing well at like a tournament. You don't see that side of it.
I've never seen that side of it personally for me.
The winning or the losing?
The losing, yeah.
Uh-huh. We have none of your losses documented anywhere on the internet.
Yeah, no, I can't remember the last time I lost a game of Sorcery, to be honest with you.
Well, how about we make that memory fresh? Fresh today.
You know what we're going to do before that, though? I just want to inject a little bit of spice.
I saw the title.
A little bit of paprika.
I'm excited.
Though honestly, it's got to be the most overrated spice there is, paprika.
I thought you were going to talk about magic.
Right?
I hate it.
Everybody's like, hey, paprika. And it's like, guys, it isn't really doing much for
paprika
food.
is like the pumpkin spice latte of spices.
If it only was that distinctive.
Well,
it just turns it red and bland.
When people don't know how to spice things, they turn to pumpkin spice and think it's cool.
That's true, yeah.
I back when I was really into like vegan recipes and that kind of stuff, they were trying to make stuff taste like meat with like a ton of smoked paprika. It didn't never work.
Yeah, don't make it taste like meat. Just appreciate the vegetable within.
Yeah, there are better ways.
Don't try to hide it, mask it.
I feel like
lift it up.
You have a number of things you say that are like, you could spend a whole company off of this. That's like a state. It's like,
you want to
appreciate the vegetable within. It's like, that's the, I can see you owning that brand as a human.
You do like a vegan box that you buy every week and then we ship it to you.
Does it include oats?
No. No.
You could put smoked paprika on oats.
I'm out.
I'm telling you. It's just, and it's 2 years old. It's always 2 years old. It's in the cabinet and mom's using it. And it's like, this is going to make the gumbo taste. It's not. The roux is that you refuse to do. Universes Beyond. Let me talk about this for a second because, and it's not, hopefully it's not like the standard take. I've listened to I have a sick fascination with Magic the Gathering, as you do as well, because it's always been the foil in our hero's journey, I would say.
What do you mean by fascination? Because I don't even. What's the Universes Beyond?
I've never engaged with it in a super direct way. Just very early on and very casually from an eBay lot that I talked about a lot.
There's a film term for the person who's the stand-in for the audience.
Yeah.
And I think Zach is that because
they know what Universes Beyond is.
Oh yeah, Zach's the one that doesn't know.
Zach's he's the I don't know what the focus of our confusion.
Trying to find a kind word for idiot.
No, you're like the
Rube.
You're the stand-in for my mom.
Right now or always?
Most of the time. Yeah, you've been that since I was 13 or so.
Okay, can you? He left his mom and found Zach. Can you? What is Universe Beyond and why are we bringing it up?
You'll understand this entirely when I explain this to you. So you remember many conversations that we've had about what if there was a game system that just put different IPs on itself?
Yeah, we talked about that a lot with like Destiny. Mm-hmm. It was a great little fighting system that you could put anything characters are fighting in.
Yeah.
Street Fighter, Mortal Kombat, et cetera, et cetera. Well,
it turns out the Magic the Gathering team was listening to us all these years, and only us. And they
I'm in.
They started a thing called Universes Beyond. And what Universes Beyond is as you might expect from the name, it's beyond the magic universe. They established the planes and the planeswalkers and planescapes and all that.
I'm with you now. That's what like the Lord of the Rings set was called.
Yes.
It's like
that's right.
Other IP. Okay.
It's also what like the Doctor Who set was called, and like
Marvel sets coming up.
Marvel set, and then there's a SpongeBob set coming up.
I know I think there was a Final Fantasy set.
Yeah.
And there's a SpongeBob. Hold on.
Yeah.
Wait, you buried the lead. I weirdly, this is off topic and on topic. I weirdly sing the SpongeBob theme to my daughter, and I don't know why.
Like you sing it weirdly, or it's weird?
No,
that you're
it's
singing
weird
it?
that I sing it. She's not into SpongeBob. She's 3 months old.
Right.
She does have this little stuffed octopus, I guess. So maybe undersea vibes. I don't know. Who lives in a pineapple under the sea? But they're really doing a SpongeBob set.
Yeah, and that's fine. Like I think the real bearing of the lead here is the following for you, Zach, is that previously the standard competitive format for Magic was called
Standard.
Yeah, nailed it. So all throughout the years, this becomes the format that is where you go to compete at Magic.
I don't know, 2 or 3 years of sets are legal.
Yeah, it's like that kind of a thing. And so that's like considered the competitive Magic format for when you want to do the old school TCG thing with the game. When you don't want to play Commander like everybody, and you actually want to
Commander.
compete.
And we did talk about Commander and all that stuff going down. But what did something happen?
Yeah, something happened. Yeah, what they did. This is the recent announcement from Magic that you've heard about a bunch of stuff, right? MSRP is coming back. And
I did see the MSRP thing.
Fascinating.
I know there's noise. Like I watched that video Terrence sent us. But maybe I'm not connecting the dots fully on what's happening.
Here's the dots you need to connect. The Universes Beyond stuff was traditionally separate from the standard Magic format. It is now allowed in standard. So the
SpongeBob fighting dragons, fighting My Little Pony.
The bring out your dead people that we're talking for the past decade about how I don't want my Magic the Gathering fantasy mixed with something as absurd as SpongeBob are now actually getting vindicated because that's exactly what's being allowed.
Even if not standard, I know there was friction with Lord of the Rings set.
I'm a Commander,
because there was formats that you could play, and maybe it's Vintage. I think Commander as well. Even just you go to play, and before it was like, well, we're all in a kind of similar setting, and suddenly, some people would dig it's Ryu versus Darth Vader.
Yeah.
I can see a lot of people not digging that because when you sit down to play Darth Vader, you want to crush all the rebels.
Right. Right, and I think that's a fair thing. So, the conversation from there, there's always
the community reacted really reasonably and nice conversations going.
I actually don't really know. From my limited looking around, just in the standard channels I'm in our Discord, it's the same people with the same views as always. There's this isn't the Magic that I grew up with and that I love, and therefore maybe it's time to get out, or I'm already getting out, or whatever. And then there's the people that say quit raining on the Magic players who like this as parade, and it's a commercially successful move for Wizards of the Coast.
If someone wants to bring SpongeBob to a tournament, let them do it.
Let them do it as long as everybody at that tournament wants to see or is okay with seeing SpongeBob, and some people aren't.
This is is there a particular direction you wanted to go with this?
Tony's got a good.
I was just setting it up for you.
I was gonna say there's 1,000 things that this brings to the fold for me, and I don't want to derail you're going because I'm obviously coming in really fresh to whatever is about to happen.
Here's my ultimate, not even my ultimate thesis, but here's kind of where I am. I've been thinking about this all morning, just in the back
slowly,
burner.
delicately unwrap.
Yeah, thank you. Just a little background white noise of plastic being torn off something.
It is nice.
I think most of the time, if not all of the time, the camps of perspective are speaking in different terms using the same words, and that's always a problem. So I think we too often, the natural way to define success is, will this sell more boxes, or will more people play Magic if we do this? Or therefore, if more people play Magic, then it must be a good thing, right? So that's the standard, and this is kind of a capitalist thing. So that is one perspective, but then there's this other perspective that's something that used to be special and fun and unique and engaging my imagination is no longer going to do that. Commercial viability. And for a lot of people, success is how many people can I play a game of anything with on a given week or day. And if they think more people will play Magic, Magic as a game mechanic system, if more people will play cards with more people, then that's a net overall success for tabletop gaming, for the industry, for their own enjoyment of this hobby, because it's kind of theme/flavor agnostic to some people. To others, they fell in love with a 30-year, 30-year property. Yeah, Magic 30 was last year. That engaged them in a universe of fantasy and friendship and community and just this kind of special thing that you were a part of, that you were there for, that was interesting, that was different. And that was a very satisfying part of your life, your identity, your basically your enjoyment of the spare time that you have. You know, it was critical to that. And you see that slipping away, or seeing that officially kind of being taken out of this format, saying, nah, like, we don't honor the sanctity of this fantasy world that we've created anymore. And, you know, and I think we too often discount how important it is and how lovely it is for things to be special to people at the altar of them being more successful commercially. And I'm just tired of it. I'm tired of doing that, you know. And that's kind of the story of our business. That's why we're into the indie card games as hard as we are, because they maintain being special, oftentimes into their grave. But they maintain being special because they're so close to the creators and the player base. Yeah. That they don't suddenly inject. They don't have the scale to even think about injecting, like, you know, Veronica, whatever Mars. Thank you, into the card pool.
Well, there are certainly parallels in music, right? I've it depends on where you're at on the adoption curve of music and how you find, you know, your artists and stuff. But
I've fallen off the adoption curve.
It's really, at some point I think you get old enough and you have enough music.
I was mostly. Like, I've heard all of it.
It's okay, I got it. But, you know, there's a charm to a musician, as an example, a local commonplace that musicians, I won't say common, like it's easy, but a smaller venue is like Cain's. And it's like the kind of band that their peak is like playing at Cain's is very different than someone selling at the BOK Center, like an arena. And a lot of times, and I experienced this firsthand with Taylor Swift in her various eras, where young kid growing up in Oklahoma, see the very young country person playing little small shows. I didn't see her in this case, but, like, you know, even well into her career, 5, 6, 7 years, and she's successful, still not just worldwide eras tour or even 1989 that got mass popularity. And I think about any artist that transitions to mass popularity.
Ooh, Avett Brothers.
And there's something that's missing there. Yeah. There's an authenticity, partially because it's uncommon, it does happen, to be something that is massively successful and also still being completely true to that initial vibe or spark that people liked. So it's not normal for the people that early adopt something, if it sticks around and becomes very commercially viable, to be super. Another good example is like Apple, which in the late 90s, early 2000s with Steve Jobs was very much the, like, stick it to the man, not beige computers, you know, it's like the opposite vibe.
It was special, yeah.
And
it's like
now,
special to have one of those colored iMacs.
Yeah, when iPhone came out, it's like, oh, this is like, and they've lost all that. And they're more commercially successful than ever. And there's still some of it because it's exactly been someone to show up to take that spot of, like, that you can really connect with. But I say all that to say, it's hard to do both. It kind of reminds me of the data-driven death conversation too, which is, if you're just maximizing shareholder value, it will lead you to becoming, you look at with Magic, right? Universes Beyond. I'm sure Lord of the Rings sold like crazy for them. Marvel will sell like crazy for them. Right. And so on that scale, more successful. And it made more people playing. It's like, well, if someone's really into Marvel and they didn't follow Magic for 30 years, and now they're showing up to play, why would we not want them to play? Right. With the things that we've now sold them?
Because we're not playing the same game.
Yeah. However, weirdly with Magic, and again, out of my depth here, but weirdly with Magic, they spent 30 plus years actually building their IP and their lore and their story. Even compared to something like Sorcery.
Oh, yeah.
which to me is almost intentionally. It's like the avatars not actually having faces. They're telling us some of the story, but not. It doesn't feel like they're building an IP.
Absolutely, and God bless them for that.
Yeah,
and that was early Magic too.
And then they were like, yeah, we can have an IP around this, and
And
we
then
can sell
maybe we have
books,
a
and we
TV
can
show
do TV
and-
and do the whole 9 yards.
Yeah, you know how it goes.
Anywho, that is, I mean, Wizards is a giant corporation owned by another corporation, actually.
Yeah, and I just think that this kind of weird ping pong match of, man, I don't want to see these characters in this like fantasy world that I'm trying to live in my mind's eye. It ruins it for me. And then the response is, but there's gonna be more people playing Magic, and then it's like there's gonna be more people with cards that have Magic mechanics, but they're not playing the Magic that you actually have always been and wanted to play.
Yeah.
It's like, I think if we said, hey, in Star Wars Destiny, how would you feel if Optimus Prime showed up? If it's all the Star Wars stuff, and then there's a set that's just Transformers, and now it's all the Star Wars stuff plus Transformers. It's like,
That's not Destiny.
I'm not here
Yeah.
to not be in the Star Wars universe.
Well, especially if it's not pitched that way from the start.
yeah.
Or early.
Yeah, if it was like, here's a mechanic set that everything's going to be a part of, it's going to be a mashup,
Yeah.
Ultimate Fight Club, or whatever that game was.
Yeah,
deciphered
if
in.
Destiny came out, it's like, Destiny is this system.
Mm-hmm.
We're putting Star Wars on it. If that's successful, we'll bring other IPs into this.
Yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah.
But when you get 30 years into something, and especially knowing how much time and money people have spent on Magic, and even just, it's not even money. It's like the emotional investment you have for the people that care about the story. And I don't know, maybe there isn't a lot of people that care. And there's always, no matter what happens, when there's a large enough community and a decision gets made, there's enough people that exist that people are going to complain.
Right.
Someone's going to not be happy.
Yeah, I just think it's really valid.
But to your point, when you talk about being special, I think the piece for me is just what is success, and is it, if it is maximum. In this case, I'm not surprised.
Right.
Wizards' success is maximize shareholder value. They're a public company,
That's it.
so this should not shock anybody. But it's sad if you played 90s Magic and you're suddenly now
This-
somehow just now concluding this is what's happening.
Yeah.
But
And
here
of
it
course,
is.
you can have alternate formats, and you can say my group's only going to play with non-universes beyond and all this kind of stuff. But the culture shift and kind of the once you have the publisher and the player base so unaligned in the way that they want to use, there's a certain amount, like in Sorcery, right? There's an alignment with Sorcery and the player base in my mind that is, we want you guys to use this however you want, but it's always going to be an imaginative fantasy space that's going to be telling a great story.
They've Matt had a comment that popped up there that was good, which is planeswalkers are essentially built in that can go to different realities as like the core thing.
I'm so inspired.
But and they've I remember seeing almost cyberpunk looking Magic sets a couple years ago.
They had Western one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not been a sudden shift.
Yeah. Well,
No. There's only so many ideas you can plumb.
the
for
shift
30
has been
years.
they were holding the line at there is Magic, and they were using the system to these universes beyond. It almost implying like these are bonus. It reminds me of the Marvel has an animated show called What If, and it's like this is not MCU canon stuff, but it's like instead of Captain America, what if it was Captain Britain? What if here's an episode, and it's like just a fun little hypothetical. So what if this person had the superpower instead of the person you normally expect, or whatever it is. And it went from a what if show to no, this is all real.
Oh, didn't know that.
Not Marvel. Magic. That's the analogy.
You're saying,
it's like
that's the analogy.
it would be like if they were like, hey, we're gonna put out these sets. They're kind of like fun, what if, one off, a Walking Dead secret layer thing that we had on one of our streams. And then it's like, oh, cool. That's just like a fun thing that Walking Dead people might be into that are in the community, and maybe they'll get people that aren't in
It's a real
to
magic.
pay attention. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you go along for a few years and you have all this stuff, and it's like, hey, actually, just kidding. All of that's legal.
Yeah, and all this stuff is actually maybe more popular than real magic is. Real magic,
Devastating.
if you will.
Imagine if like Lord of the Rings and Marvel Magic became dominant.
Well, it might.
It could.
And the
Yeah.
IP is presumably stronger. But two things also in the analogy space, Zach. Just imagine this. Really imagine this. This is what it feels like to a lot of people. And you're watching Lord of the Rings Fellowship of the Ring the very first time in theaters. They're putting the Fellowship together, and then like Luke Skywalker shows up,
Or Spider-Man.
yeah, it's just like
Hey, Peter Parker.
it's like okay, so maybe Star Wars fans are now more likely to watch this Lord of the Rings movie, and maybe more people watch the movie, and that gets more money into the box office, and it makes the producers of that movie. But if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, it sucks.
Yeah.
Like it is the probably one of the worst things you could possibly do, aside from the later Hobbit movies.
You know what is funny about that? I was watching a video this weekend about how and why that was such a disaster.
Yeah, like the production and Peter stepping at the last second.
Yeah,
and all
it was
that.
supposed to be Del Toro.
Yeah.
How do you say his first
Guillermo.
name? Guillermo. And it's just it's another example of giant companies ruining everything. Because there's basically like a lawsuit and there's multiple studios involved, and then at some point it's like it actually is spot on, literally, because they did 2 years of pre-production and script and getting everything ready, and then effectively it was going to be a long project, and so it was looking like this project might get stalled or canceled or paused, or it might not come out for 5 more years. So Del Toro had to make the decision: do I wait and hope that this movie actually happens, or do I move on to other projects? And he decided to move on to other projects.
Yeah, okay.
And then the company that had already invested 2 years of, I don't know, hundreds of people's time and all this stuff. And Peter Jackson had been on as a producer. So he was still involved in the project, but he was not going to be as involved. And with Lord of the Rings, the holy trinity of movies.
They actually did it.
Yeah.
They actually did a great job.
That's one of the... Anyways, so that one, he spent like 4 or 5 years on pre-production before they started filming anything. And they had plenty of time, but it's like crazy. It's like, this is how you want to make something. This next time, after Del Toro leaves, the company, like the rights get settled, and then it's effectively the same thing happened with Star Wars. Like, we need to make money quickly. And so they gave him like 2 months to go from pre-production to your filming. And he took it on partially because it was 90% the same crew from the old. And it was like, this is happening one way or another. And I'm either going to try to come in and make it decent and help. And then obviously it was a catastrophe because you can't
there's
do
only so
something
much
on
you
that
can do.
level in that much time.
Yeah.
And then he apparently, anyway, it's fascinating because he's just making all these decisions to try to make it as good as possible. I would be curious to see what a Del Toro version with time and money would have looked like. But also, and he was going weirder with it. Like,
but that's needed.
yeah,
right?
and like a
It's like
different,
kind of the Andor.
yeah, it's just like, and it was going to be very different. And then it became more like very similar to Lord of the Rings because they just had to like go.
Yeah.
We got two absolutely banger comments.
All of it was
yeah.
because we have shareholders and we need our money. So we need to make this movie this year so we can make billions of dollars.
Ooh, I want to... Matt, give me a defense. You said it's a nonsense analogy. I want to know why.
What's a nonsense analogy?
So check out Frank's comment here.
All right, Frank, what do you got? Trying to maximize shareholder value tends to make you bad at your job. The purpose of your business is to be good at the purpose of your business. Excellence can be expensive. Well, yeah, that's true. And you know, like, the all too hopeful version of me is... And I think this is what... I truly think this is what Eric's going to do. I think it's what Andrew's going to do. I think the goal is make something special and then keep making it as long as it can be special and then stop making it. And that's beautiful, right? Rather than like this idea that we need to constantly scale and more people and more money and more and more and more. You just have to say, is this as good as it can be for what I want it to be? And then I'm going to do that and deliver that as long as I can. And then I'm going to stop.
And that's why I like how Frank said the purpose of your business, right? What's your purpose? If it is to make the line go up and to the right endlessly, then you should be making those decisions.
Yeah, it's fine.
But if the purpose is to make, a certain game with a certain, that should inform it. Also, just this comment, just right there.
Yeah, Arbogast did it. Great. Also, awesome. Saw the manufacturing process of these little bad boys. Saw that this morning. And this is ultimately, for a lot of people, this is success, right? So they've killed the magic, not the gathering. So yeah, so it's a little bit weird in the universe. If you want to steep yourself in a fantasy world and see dragons and worms and all this kind of stuff, it's not that anymore in the standard format and in the kind of mind of Wizards of the Coast. It's not that anymore. But is there going to be more people playing cards with each other as a result of more and more Universes Beyond stuff happening? Probably.
Which ultimately filters down to more people playing indie TCGs because they've been introduced to the industry and they know how to operate those mechanisms.
Starbucks thesis right there, yeah. But it's also
You can't refute it.
I guess for some people, like playing a game of a TCG with these mechanical trappings is like good. Whatever it takes, that's fine. For me, I want to experience a very certain kind of thing when I play a TCG.
Well, I feel like part of it, the reality of it is the things that matter most are often the least quantifiable.
Yeah, that's the romance problem.
So large institutions and or just groups of people at all, if you're wanting to measure something, it's easiest to measure the very tangible, quantifiable things like sales, profit, number of people playing the game. But that is a bad measure of that specialness that you alluded to. And a lot of times it's not evident and it doesn't show up in the numbers till late.
Yeah, right. And then that's when you sell off the company and move on.
But also, I mean, Magic is...
It's not going to die.
Yeah, I mean, you hear it all the time where it's like, they did this thing or they banned this thing.
This makes it more resilient.
And it's like, and until a significant number of people stop purchasing the product, or they stop and other people aren't filling the seats because it is actually a more commercially viable item, behavior's not going to change.
Yeah.
And you shouldn't expect it to. And if they are a for-profit public company, so
yeah,
they're going to make decisions that print the money. And it's like, well, you want Marvel cards to be legal or not? And if they're legal, do you sell more? Yes, you do.
Yeah.
I do wonder, and there's no way for me to know this, and we do need to start drafting. But
because we got a hard cut off.
We gotta go celebrate Steven. 15 years.
15 years.
So
your career
it's kind
can
of well
almost drive.
known that there's 25% of players every year that they have to replace in order to stay even. I do wonder if they looked at the numbers and they were losing more people, so they needed to bring on more people, so they started doing this Universes Beyond. And I wonder ultimately if that's going to make them those new people they get are going to drop out faster, and so then that's going to go up. So then they're going to have to do things that get a wider and wider audience of less dedicated people.
Yeah, you could see that maybe.
And they kind of get themselves in like one of those death spirals. I don't know.
Yeah,
but kind of cool.
But
to think about.
they have such an audience, player base. They also have such a foothold in the industry.
Just a history
That I mean, there's so much to it. It would take so much of that at the same time coalescing. It's hard to even imagine at this point.
I know. It's just, and honestly, yeah, Magic isn't going to die. There will be products labeled Knights of the Gathering, produced by Wizards of the Coast, that are selling. But for a lot of people, for the last 10 years, Magic has died for them.
In the hearts and
their heart.
Like, yeah, I mean, it's like, that's why we love Sorcery so much. I think there's, and why so many people come to Sorcery, these kind of ex-Magic players or vintage players or like old school players, because it's like, I want to only see cards that look like this, you know? Yeah. Like, I don't want to see, like all of the different Universes Beyond stuff or the Western gun shooting stuff or any of that. I want it to be old, beautiful fantasy.
I'm guessing that the Arthurian Legends theme is the closest we will get to a Universes Beyond in Sorcery.
I don't know.
I doubt we're going to get Marvel Sorcery. You know
I don't think we'll get Marvel Sorcery. No, I don't think that's where they want to go with it.
On that note, one thing I saw was there was this, I don't know if you caught it or not, but there was this Reddit thread that was basically like, you know, love Eric's Curiosa and Sorcery, but what constructive feedback does everyone have for this? Which I like that framing of like, hey, we love it,
it's a mature thing,
etc. But one thing I see all the time, and I would be curious if you're watching this, presumably if you're watching our Sorcery video, some large portion of people that are watching this play Sorcery. But so often I see the critiques or the feedback or the, like, here's what they should be doing, effectively as do what Magic does and or do what all these other TCGs are doing. And for me, things like one set a year, or it's just so much about the game. The lack of actual organized play, focused, etc., is what makes it special. So I'm curious if you're watching out there. I'd love to know what makes sorcery to you special.
Man, check this out. Look at how good this foil looks.
The Squire.
That weightless Squire looks delightful.
Yeah, I got this Pebbled Paths foil. Look at this. I love this art.
It's always the sights, man.
Yeah, can you show Pebbled Paths?
It's always the sights.
Particularly the foil version. I'm just kidding.
Don't you have it in your hand?
I do.
Okay. Do you want to see the big one?
Just to show the art so they can see what I'm talking about. It's just cool. Yeah. Just like, look at that.
Hey, do you want to see a card that's absolutely dead and limited?
The old fairy wand.
The old fairy wand.
Bummer,
Coal
dude.
Iron Rod.
Oh, yeah.
Opened
Just
a
a
foil
waste
one of those
of-
bad boys yesterday.
waste of a
It's like,
slot.
cool.
Are you sticking to our sealed strategy? Have you had any thoughts since we last talked about it?
I haven't had a single thought since last time.
Not even a non-sorcery thought.
Just no thoughts whatsoever. Yeah, I mean, I'm going to try it out again. I saw the short come through with the strategy, so I refreshed myself before this fine day. Step 1, where's the beef?
Step 1, where's the beef? That's right.
I feel like, let me see. Oh, my multi-element cards definitely lined up better this time.
Ooh, I've got one of these 3, but she's good. The Dame Britomart. Well, she's pretty good.
I can't not open Sir Tristan. Every sealed pull I've had, I think I've had Sir Tristan in it.
I did I started putting my collection together on Curiosa, and it's the same. I look at the numbers of my uniques. It's like, oh yeah, Sir Tristan, Sir K. I've got like 5 Sir K.
Yeah. Okay. You track your like add in your collection on Curiosa?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went through and organized my uniques to basically figure out what my extras were and which ones I was missing.
Yep.
So that this weekend I could take my extras and hopefully
That's my plan.
Do
is
the
to
deal.
know what I need and to take what I have and to see if I can come out with a full play set. The end of SorceryCon.
If you have good why I love sorcery comments, I saw some of them.
Oh, there's a lot of them. Yeah.
I'm actually paying attention now, so I'll read again. So Arbogas saying sorcery feels like a game made without great intentions, maybe proven within the future, but that's how it feels up till now. Also, the art and gameplay are on point. Yeah, there's a different energy to sorcery and many of the games. But the artwork, slower release schedule, attention to quality, foils are gorgeous and special again, and general community engagement are qualities that make sorcery special. Yeah, I definitely the opening experience is very different than other card games I've played. The foils certainly feel very special.
Valuable.
Matthias, I love the game. I love that they don't flood the earth with products where you have to read 500 cards every month.
Is that Matthias from White Rabbit?
I don't know.
White Rabbit in Essen? I think probably so.
Could be, dude.
You
You're
got
on
2
a
Squire foils.
you're on a
here.
foil squat. Are they the same one? No,
No,
one was the air one.
one was the
you're
air one,
You're
yeah.
halfway to a set.
White Knight.
Your Corlash in there, Zach?
Corlash, the art and focus on the artist is what I love most. Being an artist myself, it means a lot to me. It is really, that is something very particular about sorcery. Even highlighting the artist, like I saw that graphic art, the Vincent Pompetti graphic novel thing that they shared, and they've done the serialized mats. They're doing the artist feature, and on it goes, which is really, the art is clearly notable in this experience. All right, Steven, I'm looking for the beef.
This is going to be a bit of a. It's going to be a
It is Matthias. Is Matthias from White Rabbit?
question mark for Steven on this. Hey, Matthias.
Excellent. What up,
Hey,
Matthias?
European friends, come on down to the White Rabbit Community Game Store. It was great. We had a great time there.
Ball lightning's good, man.
That's great.
This is gonna be a heater. Do you play the Weightless Squire? Asking for a friend.
Is that the air one?
Mm-hmm.
It's more playable than the other one in my mind, but I don't know. I mean, it's like the 32nd or 33rd card.
You're only playing it if your pool's real weak.
Yeah, you don't really love to see it.
Tweaks, and I love sorcery because my buddies and I can use bigger boards to have a card-based war game. Also, Jonathan, props for pulling up Ball Lightning, even though I didn't say it. I was looking at it. You knew it. You could see it.
You did say it.
You did.
Did I say it?
I was going to take a compliment, but I definitely said it. Like, oh my gosh.
Just
Ball
a
Lightning.
rock. What a waste of
It
time.
was actually a test of your honesty, so I'll strike that against you.
Getting coming and going on that one.
I've got probably the worst kind of sealed pool right now.
Well, you love to see it,
My
man.
knights are in one direction and my beef is in the other.
It can happen.
Matthias is in Switzerland, and that's not where you work.
All right, so let's say Let's just ignore these
I've heard
knights for a
Switzerland's a
second.
great place.
Yeah, this is the Mystic Moose has the right answer here.
Dude, I've got a constructed deck.
Dang, Zach's
Look
gonna
at
crush
this.
me. Right in front of
look at this.
SorceryCon.
Yeah, well, you said you couldn't remember the last time you lost. So I got 3 squeakers, 2 pigs of the sounder,
Oh no, you
and a
did it.
grand old bear, baby! Woo! We're going to Pigtown.
Wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's good. But
Yes, it's good. Yeah, because they're all fine on their own. But if you hit on any of those cards,
if you play pigs and you get the grand old boar,
this is tremendous. Yeah, it's quite good. I'm scared of that.
yeah, you should be.
It will be painful.
For you. Also got a sword and shield.
Uh-oh. I keep staring at your pool with great
Envy.
envy.
Look, this is crazy. That's 3, 2, 1.
That's nutty. That's not allowed.
Yeah.
You get to do that. All right, let's start with fire. Let's pull out the good cards. Hey, I got Invasion, though. This is kind of a build around hello situation. This is a good card. I play this at 6. This is good. 7 would be too much. I'll play it at 6. Burning Hands. Charge, I wish you drew a card after you played this card.
Mm-hmm.
I wish so much. This is such a tough card to play for your 1 slot. I got 2 Reckless Squires.
That's a good one.
It's a good one. Reckless Squire is very good. 2 Hamlets Ablaze kind of make me want to go in a little bit of that direction.
In a weird direction.
I would just want to see it happen. Maybe I'll have to wait till SorceryCon.
Lava Flow's good. Joust, Snow, and Vikings. Okay. So we got seven Arby's sandwiches in the fire pool, which is good. I'm just gonna cut. I got a lot of dead cards. Just a Rock, a Leyline Hinge, 2 Iron Man Talus. Jonathan,
I've got so many of those.
I'm not
I've got
playing
2
it.
foil Iron Man.
it's just a 4/3. I mean, maybe I'll play it.
But it looks creepy.
If it's sad, I will play this card. And then the Cold Iron Rod, which of course does nothing.
But he matches your needs, the 3 beef threshold.
He matches your needs, Steven.
he is 3 beef.
Have you ever considered the
But
Iron
four
Beef?
is really where beef's at. I'd rather take the
Oh, wow.
ruffians.
We already put out the short. We can't revise it now.
I'm just trying
Take
to
it down.
give Zach a
Beef
chance
at
here.
3.
I mean,
Listen,
I may end up playing them.
my pigs are gonna run wild on you, man. I do have a foundational problem. All my my 2 knights basically don't have earth, and they have the other elements, but all my pigs are earth bound.
All my pigs are earthbound.
So I'm gonna have to make a choice between pigs and knights, and I think we all know where I'm going.
Pigs are nice. You gotta play pigs.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
You can't open 3 squeakers, 2 pigs of the sounder, and a grand old bear and not play.
Do you still not play Sly Fox? I know the answer. It's fine.
It's weirdly good.
You think so?
It's weirdly good.
Should I play it? I'll put it in the maybe.
Ribble Bogart in any way related? It's not. It should be.
Ribble Bogart?
Ribble Bogart.
Oh, Ribble Bogart. What is that?
It's the mutated one.
3/3, an awfully unpredictable elite fairy. At the start of your turn, Bogart gains a random mutation until the end of turn. Airborne, ranged, lethal, or +3 power. It's good. It's a pig.
It's a pig.
It goes in the pig deck.
Oh, it goes in the pig deck. Yes.
Justin's got a hot tip on Iron Man.
Iron Talus, I think, is great for construction as he's immune to most common removal. Give him a sword, and almost no removal does not work.
That's almost no removal does work. But the other problem there is we're not inconstructed.
Tis a problem. Yeah.
So you couldn't. I imagine you couldn't bury them because they can't be moved. Can't be moved down.
Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah.
That sounds like a ruling.
I think we lost David because maybe he's just getting ready.
Are you
to
playing any
SorceryCon.
giants? Can I play the giant killer or what? I'll put him in the stack.
Definitely not playing giants.
There are some cards in this set that are devastating for constructed. Like
Dude.
this untapped stuff that people can do, and these hobs that can come in and untap stuff. There's gonna be some stuff that I'm not stoked about in this game.
I'll just say about that thing that removes giants. A lot of the best cards in this set are giants.
I agree with you.
Especially for limited.
I do agree with you.
Speaking of,
I may have to play Shelly Coat.
Nice.
And Sealy Court, let's not forget, is actually a 6/5. So
Yes, it's not just a spell or an aura.
don't sleep on it.
Mm-hmm.
it would be easy to think it is.
Yes.
Steven. What was that from?
I bet you wish you had this card with your pigs. Are they beasts?
Yeah.
Every time
Which
you
one
play a
are they?
beast, you draw a spell.
It would be good.
Sylvan Splendor.
Oh yeah.
This maybe end up being a builder on. That could bring in a couple of foxes. And Helpful Hob is a fairy, but I just can't. I can't 4/1. I can't 4/1, right? Untap. What am I going to untap? Right?
So if you untap a 3, and there you go. Give it a lance. Now it's got that's 2/2.
Thank you. These are fine cards. Squire is not really it. Huntress is fine. Magic Missiles are good.
Magic Missiles.
Keeney Banshee's okay. Power of Flight, I still do like. Arc Lightning is good. And then an Owl. Larry King.
Dude, I'll tell you what, another Steel Bomb. Leyline Hinge.
If you got him.
If you got like 5 of them, yeah.
Kidding.
A certain kind of bomb, I guess.
I heard tell that Eric Curiosa had a sealed Leyline Hinge deck.
Eric of Eric's Curiosa?
Yeah, Eric of the Curiosa.
You said it like the
Very
company
same.
had it?
Yeah.
You said Eric Curiosa. I was
Eric-
like,
yeah,
oh,
Eric.
what is it?
I assume his last name was Curiosa.
Definitely. Yeah. Makes sense.
That definitely, yeah, it is. You guessed it up.
And his first name is actually Eric's.
Did you?
It's Eric's Curiosa. Mr. Curiosa. Definitely.
Oh, man.
Is it freezing in here to anyone else?
No.
Sweet Lord.
Do you mean me to go adjust the
No.
temperature? You want to throw? You want to throw to put on your lap?
That'd be nice.
Goodness gracious.
A half
Be
to
nice.
half to
Branded, like a
3/4
branded
blanket.
throw.
Be nice. It'd also be nice if I had some sort of container for my water.
Someone's watching the shorts.
Just keeping it lively.
These are all, look at, just look at this.
Would you look at
Would
this?
you put your eyes on that?
What am I looking at?
You'll know what you're looking at. You're looking at what you find out the back of a TCG store whenever they clean out the singles inventory because nobody's wanting it.
Hey, the brown bears aren't bad.
I have 1 brown bears.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I wouldn't play Earth.
Well, maybe I'm just gonna play a tax collector deck, and I'll just tax you while I win. Maybe I'll finally build that rush deck.
Your dreams have finally come true. You're
If I
collecting
played, played all tax collectors and strong 2 to 3 cost cards,
all
Do you have
2
Hamlet's
cat
Blaze,
tax
too?
collectors.
huh?
Do you have Hamlet's Ablaze?
I do 2 Hamlets
You
Ablaze.
tax them?
Tax him and whack him.
Attack him and whack him.
Hamlets Ablaze
Classic.
right there.
An absolute classic. Oh, I'm trying some things here. I think it's going to be good. Maybe. Who knows, really? I'll tell you what, though. These giants that have a 6 on them, that's why you have to play the giant killer.
Mm-hmm.
What's the I don't remember that.
Dirium Fomarians.
Yeah.
And then
What am I-
Moirid.
Moirid. Wah! What am I supposed to do? Dang it. Every one of my knights is earth.
That's what I was running into.
Yeah.
All of my knights need water, and all my best cards are not in water. Like,
It's like they built the packs like that.
just to tease us.
That's a Drew Tucker original.
I do have the annual fair, though.
You know what? I'm making a. Let's make a better choice. Shall we? We shall.
I can't believe you're still building your sealed deck 5 minutes into opening all your packs.
Yeah, look at you go. What a fool. What a moron.
He's using his brain. It's surprising.
Okay, what would a rush
No,
deck look
I made
like?
the right call. I made the right call.
What would a
Hey, Zach.
rush deck look like?
Not sorcery. This is Justin. Not sorcery, but for my honeymoon that is coming up in January, we're going to be in Broken Bow, driving up to Austin. Got any Oklahoma recommendations for us on our way up? Steven?
Broken Bow's cool.
Burgabow's great.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. They got a good little brewery down
Watch
there.
out for the logging trucks.
I'm not super familiar with that area. Is that like southeast Oklahoma?
Southeast.
Super southeast.
Beautiful. We actually have mountains in Oklahoma. I didn't know that. Didn't see mountains until I was like 19.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, shelter, you know.
Shelter. Sanctuary.
Yeah, I won't go on that bender. It's like, oh, we have mountains in the state. I thought I had to go to California to see mountains.
Not according to the Oklahoma Tourism Board.
That's right. Yeah. What's the difference between a mountain and a big hill, you know?
Actually, Oklahoma has the world's biggest hill, supposedly.
Yeah, because we barely have mountains. So the the hills that don't qualify as mountains are the world's largest hills.
I guess you could go to the world's largest hill, Justin.
I'm trying to think of just Oklahoma-specific recommendations. And unless you were in Tulsa, I don't really have
That's
a
a
lot.
whole different state down there.
Yeah.
You don't think of Oklahoma being big enough to have different sections, but the Panhandle is definitely a section. Green Country up here is a section.
I mean, Oklahoma is as large, if not larger, than a lot of European countries, right?
Yeah. That's what they tell me anyway.
This deck is a miracle of bad. I got the tournament grounds.
Beautiful.
Maybe I'll play the old Zach Bunn, make a bad deck.
Especial?
Yeah.
All right. So we need
Got the tournament grounds
most of
and
this for
the
sure.
annual fair. So I could cheat in some nights. Unfortunately, no fire. I do
How
need
do you-
one.
How do you always draw? It's like you and the pirate ships. You always have a pirate ship in your hand. You always draw an annual fair in your seal book.
Can you hand me your
Never
I
not
wish
seen
I would
of
trade it out for a
Spellslinger
lot
stuff
of
over
other
there?
cards I
All right,
always
yeah.
drew in this one.
No. Yeah.
You want these? You just
Nah.
gonna supplement?
I need. Oh, maybe it's that stack over there. You have all the generic draft sites somewhere, right?
Yeah. I think they're in the box.
Oh, that would make
Yeah,
sense.
yeah.
Checks out. I'm clocking my time. We did it. Now we wait on Steven.
Well, my problem is these knights aren't even very good.
That's what I did. I shipped my knights away.
Yeah, I'm gonna ship them. Ship them and ship them. I'm gonna go play two colors. I'll at least be consistent and hope that your deck is better but doesn't hit what it needs to hit. That's a good strategy, right?
Beautiful.
That allows me to play some weirder cards. Okay, let's
Yeah,
get beefy.
I chose pigs over knights. You know.
Check out the monitors here.
Coming for seeing some. Yeah, Jasper, let's go. Wait until our house is done. 2028.
Only the greatest hills.
This Oklahoma Hills, where I was born.
I just dissed you as I was rolling away.
I know you did as you were rolling away. Yes, thank you. That's very cool.
How is the house, if you're willing to share?
In legal battle. So going great.
May all the negative karma associated with that be used up ahead of us breaking ground on 3.0.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. You know, that's just so unfortunate.
I'm going to be playing those Iron Men.
Yes, you are. Iron Men.
I am Iron Man.
In someone's head right now, that guitar riff from the beginning of Iron Man is going on. That's all that matters. to me.
Mine. I have 11 beefs. That's not enough beefs. That's not even half.
Yeah, not even a full pound. Serve what? 1, 2 people with that?
You could-
None of
yeah,
my
you'd have to
beef?
supplement.
How am I supposed to serve my whole family with 11 beefs?
You got to supplement with beans. You got any beans?
USA grade. Jimmy Dean sausage.
All right, I'm going to play Shelly Code, okay? I'm just going to do it. I'm ripping the Band-Aid off.
That's almost beef.
I'm playing the Sugar Plum Pixies.
If you do this, the Shelly code is a 2-3. It's got a 3 on.
I'm playing the... I can't play with this kind of...
Where does beef? Where does the line for beef start for you? 4?
No, 3. Even just 3. Even just 3. I mean, I'm that much of a beef desert. Do you like degradation, transform mortal into a foot soldier? Right?
It's not the worst card.
Well,
I'll put it at that
those.
30-second slot, you know?
I do like Grievous Insult quite a bit.
Yes. I'll shift that one. I'm going to go get something to have in the Arctic.
Hey, so I'm going to bring in the mini Sylvan Splendor package.
There we go.
Okay? Because I think it's the only way that I can win a game is if I see it and draw a couple of cards off of it.
Yeah. It would be sick if you just tried.
I'll just mulligan for it and then see what happens. So then that kind of changes my decision. I'm shipping the knights. These knights can just go away. The worst of the knights, really. Just the spread is poor. They're not good enough, Zach. And it's a shame because I've got some arc lightning and 2 magic missiles.
Those are good cards.
Those are good cards, but I can't play air just for these 3 cards. Yeah. I don't think. Again, be consistent even if you're bad. I can't go in just for brown bears and tax collectors. Nobody wants that. So let's just do it. Let's get them out of here. Clear the air.
Part of the art of sealed is
lemon from lemonade.
That's exactly it.
Lemons. Now I think I can probably play Wizard's Den because I won't need the threshold go in 2 colors. Ordinary minions for 1 less. That's actually possible. And town exceptionals for 1 less. That might be possible. How many exceptionals do I have? Yeah, we're squeezing, okay?
I can smell the lemonade already.
We're squeezing. I've got a big thing of sugar right next to me, and I'm just sweetening. Okay, I don't have enough exceptions, but the Hamlet I do, and the Wizard's Den, in honor of...
Can you read
Hayne,
Wizard's Den to me?
Genesis, draw a spell. Discard a spell when the side is first attacked successfully.
All right.
Just
don't let that happen.
That's card advantage, baby.
If you put it like right here, the odds I ever get there to attack that site are so low.
You're like a strategic genius.
I didn't want to say
I hadn't thought of that. Putting it in the back row is...
Yeah. And imagine where we would have gotten had I not been so genius and you not been here to point it out so often. How would I have survived? 15 years. That's pretty crazy, actually. And that's just the official years.
That's the official years. That's right.
It doesn't count the other years that you didn't get paid, let alone your first several years at the company of barely getting paid. Crazy. I have a special dress shirt I saved for the occasion. I would never wear it unless it was for Steven.
Wow. You even gonna get dressed for me?
Guess what color it is?
White.
Ish. It has white on it.
Okay. All right.
I thought you were gonna say black. I was gonna say
it's
not black.
Yeah, obviously,
it's not
black. But you wouldn't have asked me if it was black.
I was too direct about it.
Banish 3 cards from 1 cemetery. You care about that?
Good.
Yeah. Banish some mortals. In case you're playing that rescue card that you should never play in sealed ever.
This is the card you play when you know your opponent's playing the bad cards. Wait a second.
I've kind of got. I've got something here, Zach. I've got something here.
Is it about 6 packs worth of sorcery cards?
Tell me about Dosmery Pool.
Oh, dude, that card's awesome.
Why?
Inconstructed.
What do you submerge? Sunken treasure.
Sunken treasure.
And then eventually we might. Well,
no. It's awesome because you don't have to pay for it. So you submerge like a 5-cost item from your hand. You just have to be able to go get it. Yeah.
I'm not gonna get it. I'm not going in there and getting anything.
You could definitely imagine the decks that will use that.
That's true. I could imagine those decks. In fact,
artifacts or automations? Automations or artifacts?
Automatons.
No, I think it's shifted.
I don't know what an automaton is. I honestly have never known. I've read it in the rule book, and I just it's like a.
I don't even know what an artifact is technically, like because it doesn't say artifact on like a core, right?
Yeah.
Does it have the word attach in it? Does that make it an artifact?
Hold on, let me check the wand.
I think if it has power, a power rating, it's an artifact. If it doesn't have power, it's a no.
It's a core, but Excalibur has to be an artifact, right?
Yeah. Those are right.
Oh, because it doesn't have power.
What's an artifact? Is an artifact something without power? But what about the monuments? Is a monument an artifact?
Well, it says monument. A monument is an artifact.
Like I said, I don't know what an artifact is. I just feel my way through it. What do you think it should be, you know? Golden rule. I do think it would be fun anytime we're doing sealed to have a timer that shows up on the screen when I finish.
Hey.
Listen.
Hey.
It's a compliment. You're actually very intentional and thoughtful about building your decks, and I'm just trying to like slam cards down.
How many cards do we get?
24 or 25 is the new minimum, right? No, 24. They have
24-12. That's the
to make
that's
us
the
feel
right.
more comfortable.
That's the good idea. Right idea.
Dude, Invasion will just win you games outright.
Yeah, maybe.
This card is
Alright.
crazy.
The card's great.
I
Yeah,
love that card.
I'm going to do that one.
So glad it's in fire with all the other potent support that it has.
Fire is not particularly good. Air is like from beta has been the best color, right?
Yes.
Insert grapple shot here. That alone,
Mhm.
4 of is like how do you possibly overcome this?
Would you play Robin or Grievous Insult?
Grievous Insult.
Me too. All right, now Zach, watch this. Okay, check this out. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. I actually could do this. So if some combination of Sealy Quartz and or Sylvan Splendor get out, I'm going to be drawing so many cards.
I like that you say some combination as though it's not explicitly these two cards.
They don't have to be both. If they're both out,
Oh, I see.
It's so
if
good.
either of them is out and stays out.
so cast a beast or fairy, draw a spell, and then at the start of my turn, draw a spell for each fairy in the realm.
So
You as well.
if you play a couple fairies,
Wait, you as well?
yeah, everyone gets it. So the unsealy chord is the opposite, which is everyone discards cards at the end of turns.
But I don't want my fairies drawing you cards because your cards are better.
Oh no, I think it's. Hold on. At the
Yes,
start of your
everybody.
turn, players
Everybody.
draw a spell for each fairy in the realm. Yeah, so we both get it.
Mm-hmm.
Are your cards better or worse than mine?
Worse.
Yeah, I wouldn't have that in my deck then.
It's a 6/5 though. It's the
Well-
best card I have.
Don't play fairies. Easy.
But then I can't use Sylvan Splendor.
Well, you know.
Maybe I'll play this, and then I'll kill all my fairies.
Easy. Yeah. And hope I don't have any
Okay.
that you can't kill.
All right. This is bad news. Everything about this. I probably shouldn't even. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Want to call a wrap?
Well, sometimes the answer is it's just not good, and we just have to accept that sometimes it's not good.
Yeah. You get to the table and you take your licks and then you go home. Or in this case, go to happy hour.
Or Vegas. Happy hour.
Happy hour into Vegas. We're sliding right into the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and we need. So I'll probably go 5 and 5, and then 12.
Michael's saying artifacts is an umbrella term. Pretty easy to find out. You go to the card viewer on their website and search artifacts. So there's no nomenclature or text on a card that would indicate it. It's just a known value.
Okay.
Hey, shout out if you're going to Vegas this weekend. For SorceryCon or not. That'd be fun. If you're watching this going to Vegas this weekend and not going to SorceryCon, that would be incredible, actually. Mystic Moose saying Vegas, baby.
Okay, we've done it. How far behind was I?
Time-wise?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Impossible.
It's just...
It's so much. It's so far behind. It's just hard to quantify.
At 23 minutes, I stopped counting.
I got a sleeve still. Can you unsleeve these guys, and then sleeve these guys,
I didn't sleeve my deck.
or can you just let me play the deck from last time?
You can do whatever you want. Would you rather play the deck from last time?
No, not right now. No, it's just so much better though. If I were to get this in Vegas, I'd feel really good.
Justin's saying it's the border of the text box. That's how you know. Okay. So can we pull up Aquamarine Core?
Gotcha.
I just want to see what this looks like. Isn't that funny?
Man, this deck from last time was so good. You didn't stand a chance.
Can you pull up Squeakers just so I can see it? I think it's like dark around the border. Is that what you're saying? Like around the text? And there's a texture behind Aquamarine Core technically. You need to sleeve these and these. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
So
this
it's
one
just
makes sense.
it's just dark and full of terror. What's this?
These go in there.
Okay.
Yeah. Man, Zach, I don't think you could ever beat the deck I had last week. I'm like looking at it as I'm unsleeving, and it's like this is the greatest. I would have won SorceryCon with that bad boy.
Yeah. Well, just don't. What we learned explicitly last week is if you have a Wyvern, put it in your deck and do not mulligan
Play
it.
it.
Because once that bad boy hits the table,
Yeah.
that's like I actually think the card that just kills a giant is worth including for the downside, just because so many of the unbeatable beef cards are giants.
Yeah. That's true.
But there is not, as far as I know, there's not a similar card for a Wyvern or Beast.
Yeah, there's really nothing that just lights it up.
So
There's
if
the
you see
Cast in
Wyvern-
Exile.
Yeah, gets rid of it for a time.
This is Sylvan Splendor is going to absolutely ruin me during this game. I'm going to
Snowball's
draw it
good.
when I need something, and it's going to be nothing.
You got tweaks on it there?
Twig saying, are there themes you guys want Sorcery to do for a set? I'd love Chinese mythology or a proper pirate set.
Yeah, both great.
Yeah, I mean, if you just go through beta and look at the cards and ask what themes could come from these cards, like pirates being one of them, into it. Dragons, pirates. I'm trying to think about more notable. I like seeing that we're getting some more giants and stuff.
Yeah, all the tribal stuff. Big deal.
Yeah.
All right, shall we play?
We shall. Don't forget you draw 4
Thanks.
spell books. A lot of pressure on me to win this one.
Now die. If I lose, my identity will be compromised.
Like you. You.
You're not even sleeving the cards, man.
No, dude.
Wait, what are you sleeving? The sights? Who would do it like that? Why are you doing that?
Because I have a foil.
You had a good reason. I will admit it when I see it. When I hear it.
Let's mulligan 1.
I actually used to really enjoy just playing unsleeved even with foils until I got that foil of Valor in Germany.
yeah.
It's
It's
like,
like-
this defeats the purpose.
What's funny is like it may actually be stronger if I can see it because it's actually easier to play it poorly as your opponent if I know that it's in your hand. It's like, how do I not get bamboozled by this? And then you just like ruin your game plan for 6 turns and lose anyway. Well, I can't swing. He's got Valor.
What do I do about this? Okay. Oh, no.
I would like to do a sealed tournament where every round you get a new 6-packs.
A new 6-packs.
Yeah. Or every round you get like 2-packs.
I would do that.
Little progression tournament.
It would be cool if you start with a sealed pool, even if every round you got 1 pack.
Yeah.
But 2 packs is probably good. You get 6 rounds, and by the end you had effectively 18 packs.
Could we get it where you get 24 so like everyone gets a box?
You could
Start with
you could map
6.
that math.
And then you do what, 3 or 4 every time?
It would be 3.
Dante's Inferno or HP Lovecraft stuff? Be great.
I'd be more
Lovecraft's
Inferno
right on the
than
edge
Lovecraft.
for me. It's kind of not quite fantasy, but it is, but it's not.
It's
but
fantasy
it
horror,
is,
right?
But it's not. But it's not like knights and stuff.
I would be okay with. I mean, we've seen demons, so it's not H.P. Lovecraft exactly, but I mean, Cthulhu is kind of this like nightmarish.
That's a great old one in the
Yeah.
They have
So
more
there's-
than a few H.P. Lovecraft references
But
in the first one.
I wouldn't want it to be necessarily. There's even quotes from H.P. Lovecraft, right?
Yeah.
And some of the flavor text.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't necessarily want it to be like this is the Cthulhu set.
Yeah.
But you know, I've said it before. And
I'd
I'll
sealed
keep
it.
saying it.
I'd sealed it nonetheless.
One thing's for sure about Eric's Curiosa.
Eric's Curiosa.
Eric's Curiosa, you know, the guy, Eric's Curiosa, Mr. Curiosa himself. One thing's for sure, and that is that nothing is for sure. So he could just be like, here's Marvel sorcery. Can you imagine? That'd be so devastating. Captain America on the sorcery table. Get out of here. I love Captain America, but get out of here. Beautiful handout.
Zach, I like this new thing you're trying out for SorceryCon where you play without an avatar.
It's very meta of me.
Where
Can
it's
you hand me
like
that spell
you
sling
really
right
are
there?
the avatar at that point.
I'm really trying to embody the vibe.
Yeah. So you just got to do a light stab every time you take damage.
I am the Avatar. Mystic Moose, Journey to the West set. Mystic Moose Gothic set sounds cool. Yeah.
Ooh.
Simon saying, yeah, we need to chat. Is that about the Marvel note?
Hey.
I'm seriously actually trying to think about. I think my answer is I would rather there be no IPs proper in the space. I was trying to think of a theme or a setting that I would be okay with. And it's so funny, you just go right back down the magic line of like, oh, it starts here and that's successful. And then all of a sudden you're like, you know, you do a Lord of the Rings sorcery set. It's like, I'm sure it would do all right. And then all of a sudden you're 2 steps from doing the Marvel set. It's just and then, oh, these aren't, you know, that's the whole thing.
I mean, like the Greek and Roman pantheon were basically the Marvel of their time, or Marvel is the Greek pantheon. Contains all the stories that are cultural touchstones.
I would be curious. We've obviously seen Arthurian legends, so we're set in kind of a fantastical alt history currently, and if that's true, then we could get Romans.
Yeah,
and we've even seen there's Roman-looking things going around here,
like the Imperial Road.
Very much like the Imperial Road. Yeah,
I was thinking about how to break that the other day.
The card.
Jonathan, are you a card game player?
He's trying
to break cards.
Sound more like one every day. I used to think he wanted to have fun.
Yeah. That
you give me enough time on
Stevie.
that Curiosa website. That
I'll go first.
Problematic.
Let's just go quickly.
Make your life.
That would be tight.
Make your life what you want it.
Yeah, as if it were that easy.
You do you, boss.
You do you. You see, what's holding you back is your mental state.
There was a really funny. I'm just gonna play a common village and get a foot soldier. There was a really funny meme my brother sent me the other day that was basically like growing up hearing boomers complain about millennials, and it had like that little face. And then the second one was like, and then you come around the corner at work and hear a Gen Z saying, "Skidamarie do Riz" in the cap. And just the way they had it written, it was like, it killed me. It was so true. So if you're a boomer out there, I get it now.
We probably are.
No cap, I get it. What are you doing?
That's that.
Does that do anything, or is that just a blank location?
What?
What is it? Does that do anything?
No.
I'm getting old, so I can't see. I have become the boomer,
I got eliminated for days, man.
Yeah, let's draw a site. Okay. Let's play... a lookout.
Look out.
I actually don't like playing this card.
This is a card made famous by the recent Chase v. Ira game.
I haven't watched that yet.
That's like the first side he plays.
Ira's back.
Ira's back?
Is he on the video? I haven't seen Ira in a minute. I miss
Ira v. Chase.
Can you believe how good those cards are?
Hold on. Bog,
Pond, Hamlet.
This card's really good.
That is good, yeah, it's good. That's the -1.
That's okay.
And that's the mobile one, too. No, that's the Beast one, yeah.
Beast. That's a good
I got a
card.
Sylvan Splendor.
I see that.
So we'll see if we get to use that, but we don't have any fairies or beasts yet. We'll get there. I would like a handful of fairies and beasts.
Ooh, Giant Killer. That is good to know.
It is. I now wish I had mulliganed it, but you never know.
Well, not playing Giants.
And maybe that's as strong as anything else.
And I am playing... Do I draw one? I won't. That's fine.
You can't look at it. No, you've already put my cards back in my...
I have to write it in my notebook.
No, you don't draw.
I'm going to play Squeakers and pass to you.
Okay.
Now, if you were just seeing this in a sealed tournament, you'd be like, who's this guy playing Squeakers? He definitely doesn't have multiple copies of the card it can fetch when you kill it. Anywhere.
Definitely not, no.
Certainly not this guy.
And in fact, do I even want to kill it? I just probably have to go and get out of the way, yeah? Probably.
This terminology that is started missing. We're saying we're so cooked, chat. Cook is showing up a lot. Let them cook.
Yeah.
Really cooking.
Yeah.
We're cooked. That was not a word I commonly used 5 years ago. And I don't even really commonly use it now.
Whenever
but I hear it more.
I was in maybe middle school, maybe even earlier than that. We did a small project on fads that had come and gone before our time. And there was a time when they were putting chlorophyll and everything. And they chlorophylled up their ham and stuff.
Yeah.
So, cook comes.
It's sort of like lead
goes.
pipes.
Mm-hmm.
Or
lead.
lead.
It used to be cool.
And then some, it takes time to learn.
Paper clothes were a fad.
I'm still, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Don't go to upper Pacific Northwest. Not good. I'm still waiting for the inevitable. This is the result of 30 to 50 years of this. Looking at phones, staring at screens, etc. We haven't made it there yet.
I've got some hot takes on that, actually.
Yeah. I mean, we have... we can make predictions. I don't think it's good.
The iPad kids have the YouTube channels now. Like they're like adults. They're consenting adults with YouTube channels. Like the guy that does Wisecrack, he was an iPad kid.
Grew up on an iPad?
Yeah.
I mean, I grew up on a Game Boy, though.
Yeah. You're fine.
But it had batteries and they died. And you had to deal with them dying and you having 4 hours of your trip left.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Let's do it. I'm going to cast Record Squire for 2 because it's ordinary. I've got the 1 fire threshold. Charge Lance into your Squeakers.
All right, Death Right. Reveal my next 5 spells.
You can block the Foot Soldier if you'd rather.
No, I don't.
I know you don't. I got to deal with this problem.
Reveal the next 5 spells, then summon all pigs of the Sounder from among them to the site. Put the rest on the bottom of any room. All?
Miss.
All hits hit.
Miss.
Okay, 5.
Because otherwise it's going to be here.
Oh, wait, wrong deck. Oh, yeah, they're going to run wild.
You're going to pick
Yeah. 1, and they go on bottom, yeah.
Do you reveal them to me as well, yeah?
That says reveal. 2, hit 1.
Oh, my God.
3, 4, 5. Ooh,
okay. Oh, I got your double Vikings buried.
And the sword and shield.
That's good.
But we're going to get the pigs of the Sounder.
You got them.
They're going to go here, and they'll be ready to roll on my next turn.
Yeah, that's awesome. It's very good.
Let's go ahead and rearrange this. We squeaking. All right, over to me.
How are you?
Let's try another site. Okay. So I need that. Okay. I'm going to attempt to attack your Squire with my Foot Soldier.
You did it, yeah.
Oh, great.
I'm going to trade those up, baby.
Let's go ahead and attack with my pigs here for 3.
Taking it.
Let's tap here, and let's play another air site. I'll play a Band of Thieves with Stealth.
There they go.
And pass to you.
All right.
Dude, the Squeakers pigs attack is next level.
Squeakers pigs.
I'm gonna have to go with Squeaks deck.
I'm in danger.
Yeah, I told you these pigs are gonna run wild, man. It's the Hulk Hogan deck of sorcery.
I've got an out if I draw the right site, which I did not. Thank you, Hane. Let's go
The Hand in.
here.
J.K. Lawrence and Sorcery Pilled? What's that mean?
You're just not a child of the internet, are you? You just don't. You're just delightfully ignorant.
I enjoy it here. What can someone?
It just means that you're indoctrinated. Now you're a believer in
from the Matrix.
From the Matrix, the original
red, blue,
from the Matrix. Yeah,
blue,
right.
red.
Now
pill,
they have,
blue
now they have
pill.
different colors
Then
and
it kinda went
flavors.
through
and you wouldn't believe
Well, I know the
Not
Matrix.
ideal.
I was around for that.
Yep.
Gravecrawler saying, only issue I'm having is too much fun with too many card games. Sorcery Fab, Altered Ashes, and I want to play more Alpha Clash. How do people do it?
Gravecrawler, do you know about our great Alpha Clash deal going on right now? Could you please
Sell them?
I'm gonna bog that.
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Gravecrawler about?
Well, he's saying he wanted to play more. I don't know if he wants to buy more. But we do have a bundle. It's a trilogy bundle. Love that name. It's 1 box of each of the first 3 sets.
The original trilogy.
Looking to
bundle.
check out Alpha Clash.
You can believe it.
OG trilogy. It just has good. When I hear original trilogy, there's positive emotions going on in my body.
That's what we're looking
back
for.
before my childhood was ruined. But yeah, that's definitely worth checking out. It's been cool. There was someone posting the Alpha Clash Discord just yesterday, I think, saying that they and their friends had gotten in through the trilogy bundle and were really enjoying it. So that's awesome to see.
Pass. You've seen my hand.
You are in danger.
He's immobile though. You can't move into here with the thieves at least because they become immobile.
Because of this thing?
Yeah.
Isn't everything nearby? Oh,
No, just a target side.
target nearby side.
I'm
So
bogging
this
in.
thing's not.
But if it moves in, it is.
Yeah.
That's the point. You know.
Let's draw a spell.
Make sure, Justin, am I right on that? That if Zach tries to move and attack, he moves into the immobilized site and then can no longer attack. I think that's the case. Immobile and disabled are birds of a feather for me.
All right, let's do this. I'm gonna play a Hunter's Lodge. All your cards lose stuff.
Justin says you are correct.
See what is in there. So they can move into that, but they can't attack because they'll just
Right.
fizzle. And they're stealth, so I won't. And they're immobile, so they can't do anything.
That's right.
All right.
Trying to stall you a little bit until we can get our Sylvan Splendor engine going.
That's fine. I'm going to play some Tooth Fairies. They're airborne. It says, start of your turn, tap target nearby enemy.
Very good.
Over to you.
Very good.
Tooth Fairies is one of the creepiest cards in Sorcery. And not in a grotesque way, but just like I'm uncomfortable considering this card.
Yep.
What am I supposed to do? When do you untap stuff at the start of your turn? Sorry.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
You've been reading the rules.
Yeah, that's a Drew Tucker original.
Great Power fan, the new set for Alpha Clash is looking good. Plus, I heard they might be doing PvE in the future. And the Discord channel, Ridge, the guy for Alpha Clash, has said as much. So, unless he's just lying, PvE is coming. Which I'll be excited if they actually pull that off, because I've heard of a lot of head-to-head TCGs saying they're doing PvE and never seeing it actually happen.
I'm going to draw from Wizard's Den, courtesy of Hain.
If I attack that, you have to discard a card.
That's right, and I got plenty to discard, so I'm not concerned about that. And then we've got some cards here, for sure.
Do. You love to see it.
Oh, no. Would you play a giant already? I'm going to cast...
I saw it. I'm not playing.
I'm going to cast Grievous Insult to tap that, just because I need to
What's
draw
it say?
a card.
You ready to Grievous Insult to me?
Maybe cast by any ally, silence target nearby minion, and tap it, draw a spell.
So silence can't cast spells, or I don't know what it does. Tapped.
Pigs can't cast spells.
Does he ready at the start of my turn?
Yeah.
Silence means the text box is blank.
Wow.
So now would be a good time to kill him, so I don't get the death right.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I should probably wait on that, huh?
Well,
It's fine.
I like that you're resigned to your.
I'm not
utter
resigned.
defeat.
You're resigned.
I can feel your mentality is just like it's inescapable.
All right, I don't want to do that either. What if we did?
Frank saying Ash's PvE is great. It is. It's a miracle. It's a miracle.
Very good.
I cannot believe it exists and as good as it is.
Shelly code in the pocket.
All right, mine.
Yes.
Okay. Let's try a site. There it is. We're getting there. Okay. I'll attack here for 2.
Take it.
Okay. I'll attack here for 3.
Take it.
I'll move here.
Ooh.
I'll tap this. Play Bonfire. Doesn't do anything.
Yeah, luckily, I'm square.
Then I'm going to cast Ball Lightning.
Nice.
I'm going to hit your Avatar for 4.
Okay.
I'm going to hit your... No. Shelly Cut takes -1. Yeah, I'll hit your Avatar for 4.
Okay.
Then I'll hit your Shelly Cut for 2.
Okay.
Which is only 1. Then I'll hit your Avatar for 1.
Okay.
Because that's how that works, I think.
Does that work?
That's how we talked about it last week. It changes direction on the site it's on, which I think
but then
is...
it hits the thing that's on the site. Yeah.
Yeah. This doesn't make any sense to me, but here we are. Over to you, Steven.
I think that works. I think that was a way for that to work.
Logical-ish.
Just making sure. Make sure you got the threshold for that. You got to make sure.
Mystic Moose saying the pigs are pulling their weight. Yeah, that was a 1-cost squeakers. Just so we're aware.
There's nothing to be done.
Justin saying, yes, that's how it works, but I agree with Zach. Beautiful words. Spoken like a true poet. One thing I do, and you can imagine my wife loves this. She'll occasionally, very, very occasionally, she actually says a lot, but to her credit, She'll say, "Yep, you were right." And I'll be like, "Hold on, wait a second. Let me go my phone and record that." She loves it. She thinks it's so funny.
Yeah.
She
So
loves it.
she admits
loves
that
it.
you were right, and then you graciously
Yeah.
say, "Oh yeah, that's no big deal. It's fine."
Yeah, by asking to record it so that I can replay it for her. It's a series of jokes we have running.
Can you guys out there tell that it's like an overcast day here in Oklahoma? Can you see through our dim windows?
They can probably tell from my general cheery nature today.
How do I
Mhm.
kill these? How do I kill those tooth fairies?
Punch them.
I needed the card. I needed cards in my pool to do that.
Like direct damage?
Any amount.
Yeah, that ability is going to be real annoying in a second.
Any amount of direct damage. Be fine.
What? It's very good. It says nearby enemy. You can tap avatars too. That's what I was
4.
looking at.
4.
Torres 88. I look forward to the day my wife tells me I was right. Well, it's either you're wrong a lot or your wife is not, providing you the ammo. After making the joke, typically I go back in. It's like, hey, I appreciate you acknowledging this.
That's definitely
walking it
happens,
back.
yeah.
Very healthy relationship, I can assure you.
Definitely happens for sure. 100% certain.
Luckily, I mean this very sincerely. Somehow she finds me very funny, including that kind of
Banish those cards if you would.
What?
Banish the cards.
Oh, these cards.
The cards.
Including comments like that. A miracle. I got very, very lucky.
The all-down funeral pyre is very good.
Yeah.
Very
What's the poison?
Poison well?
Is that what it is?
Let me see.
It does the damage? Yeah, the art with the moon in the background, that funeral pyre is. Yes, this is the card, man. Love that card. There's also the one that leaves 2. The Vikings.
There's their Vikings there, yeah.
Good move.
The Vikings are here.
I love the Vikings. I would take Vikings. Give me more Vikings. Give me more pirates. We could get some East India Trading Company game going on in here.
Great. Love that idea.
That's what we all want. There's what's the name of that board game? Oh man.
Oh, the one that I saw that one, yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Looks pretty interesting on it.
Yeah. Yeah. 2 fairies will tap your Vikings.
Yeah.
Logically. Oh. Let's try here. You get how many?
That many. You can count the dots
7.
if you'd like.
That's short of me asking how much life you have left. What a ruffian I am. Okay. So you've got the Shelly coats. Well. Oops.
Okay. It's like, man, these cards are even worse than what's in my hand. Let me get some action from the back section.
I'll attack here for 5.
You got it.
Then I got a choice to make. Each unit. That's fine. I'll take it for 3.
You got it. DD baby.
Let's play here. And then I'll play a Keening Banshee here.
Do you want to kill a mortal for free money?
I didn't have a mortal that I could get into a killing position.
Yeah, that's fair.
Unfortunately. Just trying to trap your avatar.
Don't mind me.
J.K. Lawrence, and that short is one of my favorites from recent memory. We haven't been doing many shorts for John Company. That's the name of the board game. About the East India Trading Company. It looks really cool. J.K. Lawrence, which short is he referencing?
The one where you ask Steven if he has...
Oh, it's Total Life. Yeah, that's like a deep stream inside joke.
That one's for J.K. Lawlings.
That's right.
We make them for J.K. Rowling. And if other people like them, that's fine too.
All the better.
Yeah, it's like we stream for ban.
Yes, that's correct.
Technically, the stream has not started yet. Bricks, does hitting a site with a stealth unit remove stealth? It does.
Oh no, Van's here. Van's here.
Van is here.
Since the beginning, yeah.
Oh, so the stream did start.
Yeah. And now Sean's here. Hi, Sean.
All right. Hopefully you don't have like all the spells that instantly end the game.
Be a bummer, wouldn't it?
It would be expected. Now, let's just go... I mean, this is annoying because of this, but I do have plenty of cards to burn. Now, let's go toot everything there. Get rid of that thing because it's too good.
Tooth Fairies, they good.
Like a little magic missile here would just be sick.
Oh, yeah, over there.
Yeah. And then let's go... Pond over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. -1 of the next beast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's what I thought. You're all over my sides, so
It's hard to see with all these units out there.
yeah. Three for a beast there. What's the lake? I don't know how to say it. Little baby dragon.
Affleck.
Afflat. No, it's not Afflat. A Fank? Fank? Is the A silent? Does anyone know? Am I talking to myself?
You need to brush up on your Middle English before we go to SorceryCon.
I need to brush up on my English.
I agree with that.
I've been working on that for like 15 years. I wish there was a, what do you call a bunch of clips together, like a supercut or a super, is that what it is?
That's what we call it in the business.
Yeah. I wish there was a supercut of all the times I asked what a word meant. Particularly Stephen Robert. It's just constant. It's less constant now.
We'll throw some ruffians over there about that.
It's Team Covenant.
Cost me 1 less, so that's some.
It is. Efficiency?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Let's see if we can figure a way to seal the deal. So I have this scenario. I'll paint you a picture. I'm short a threshold to play this.
Great.
But
Keep that up.
if I draw a site and don't hit it, I can't play anything. Or I can just draw a card that I could potentially play.
You potentially play.
So I think I'm going to draw a card.
How are you going to end the game? You got to draw a spell and
I
then...
got to draw a card. Yeah.
Are all the finishing spells kind of like
draw a site.
nearby stuff, you know?
I
I guess Burning Hands, do you have any mortals for burning? Yeah, you got mortals. So you could, if you have Burning Hands and fire, do you have fire? You don't have fire.
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay. So Burning Hands would do it. There's the Arc Lightning, but you have to be nearby the caster, I believe. Is that right? And nearby? Let me look at my old good deck. to see
There's, yeah.
where all these good cards are.
Okay. I'm
Magic Missiles is blocked currently.
play.
Ball Lightning is blocked. No, Ball Lightning would do it too.
Let's go here.
Wait, you're attacking here?
No,
Just moving?
just moving. Here. Gotta surround you. Let's play Pigs of the Sounder here.
Pigs!
And I'll pass.
Spellslinger pops up. Vikings pop up.
Stone Rain. Another thing can get it done. Anything with charge could be interesting. A movement card. This next turn's going to be lit. That's my kind of terminology.
Mm-hmm.
People were using that in 2008, you know?
Yes, very, very cool.
The wonder years.
Okay, let's see. You got all the threesies. We've got ourselves a bit of a exciting moment here.
It's gonna be hard to get in there if you want it, because there's so many units that I would have to have a spell of some kind
Yeah,
to seal the deal here.
yeah. So we need to see if we can make like some positive trades. There's not a lot of potential for positive trades, especially if you pull Mr. Grand Boar.
Old Big Daddy?
Big Daddy Boar would be unfortunate.
Look at that guy. And he'd have charge.
No, well, on your turn, on my turn, that would not matter so much.
Look at him. He's a big dad.
I got a foil.
Is there a unique in this tree? Or is that the squeaker's in there?
Yeah, there's no unique boars. Like, as a matter of ecology.
Brick's saying my deck is raw. What does that mean? What?
I guess it's a millennial term.
Is it millennial? Or do we actually have Gen Zers in the house?
We got Z's in here.
I like the letter. I actually liked Gen Z quite a bit. Got him.
just watching it play out, right?
Yeah.
You know, you just gotta watch it.
I just have so much time. What am I supposed to talk about? Steven's trying to get blood from a stone.
5, 6.
Just cut yourself. It'll come.
4,
blood will
5,
show up faster.
6.
Just kidding.
1,
Good luck.
2, 3, 4.
What up, totally random?
Totally random is a Z. At
1
least.
Z.
Oh,
Would you look
That's
at
why
that?
she's
wow. They do exist.
Okay, then this is my.
Does anyone
play.
know when Gen Z starts? What year?
I think it's around 2000.
Z.
It's like if you were born
I
in
think
2000
if
plus.
it's like if you don't remember the turn of the millennium.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
mean,
really
you wouldn't really
messed up
remember
my
anything
perception
before
of time.
like 03 or 04 if you were born in 2000.
Yeah.
So it's like the internet's in full swing.
Yeah.
Mobile phones are a thing.
Born into the internet, born into mobile phones.
Yeah,
Can you imagine?
I can.
I tell my son that all the time. I was like, when I grew up, we were on a party line.
Yeah. To be fair, people in my life did the same thing.
Yeah. I think it's
When I was a
ancient
kid,
tradition.
Oklahoma wasn't even a state.
I mean, I was talking to my grandma. She was
My
riding.
great-grandma
She
actually
was
said
riding
that.
horses to school. Yeah, she was born in Indian Territory. My
Yeah.
grandma too.
Crazy.
And it's like I would talk to her.
Yeah.
And now my son is like grew up on video calls and
Yeah, you don't even understand.
they don't even understand.
You don't even
can't
understand.
possibly.
You don't even. Imagine you have 9 digits. That's the whole keyboard.
And you had to remember your friends' phone numbers.
Yeah.
All right, let's
But
go.
you could text without looking a lot easier.
No, T9 is the jam though.
And Snake. Let me tell you about Snake.
Right.
Gather around, kids.
Shameless Squire coming in with a lance, gonna tap a nearby band of thieves, and it drops everything it's carrying. Lance is gonna go to the Shellycoat. Shellycoat is going to attack for 3 first strike on Pigs of the Sounder.
All right. Triggering Deathrite. Reveal next 5 spells. Summon all grand old boars from among them to this site. Put the rest on bottom in any order. All right. Let's see. 1. Nope. Oh, 2. Nope. Oh, 3. Nope. 4. Nope. Oh, we missed. There's a lot of good cards though. There goes some beef. And a lava flow. That could have ended the game.
Yeah, I'm gonna put all your good.
Lava flow would have actually ended the
you
game.
only have good cards. I don't know. It's like really strange.
With my 2 triggers so far, I've gone through 10 cards though. So 9 technically because 1 actually came into play. So the old boar is in this 8 cards. My odds are high.
The Camptown Lady. Let's swing in here.
He's clearing the board.
That's right. Let's swing. Actually, hold on. Yeah. Let's swing into there. I'm gonna decide how we want to do the beast here. If we want beast to go there, or start pressing over there. See, I held him so that if you revealed the boar, I could lethal him. Just
He's a genius.
yeah.
That's smart.
the idea.
So I'm glad I missed.
I'll tell you what, Zach. I'm gonna do something different if you'll allow it. Will you allow it?
Yeah, I don't care. What do you want to do different?
I think I'm just gonna trade beast for that instead.
That's fine.
And then I'm gonna swing. Yeah, I think so. 4 here,
He's on the board.
and then I'll swing
I'm not feeling great anymore.
3 here, and then I'm gonna move Spell Slinger over here, and And then
That's crazy. Totally Random Studios recently turned 20. I would not have pictured we had any 20-year-olds out there watching. Amazing.
I'll play Pixies here.
20 feels like so long ago.
And then I'll pass.
Hold on.
Pass my turn. I'm going to untap the Shelly Coat. There's the rain. Yeah.
Where is this card? Sorry.
Wait.
Oh, shenanigans. Mine?
Mm-hmm.
It's right here.
Viking's still good.
Very good. Okay. It's pretty clear what we have to do. And I'm pretty sure I have the strength to do it. Beat him to the punch. Okay. I will attack your squire here.
You got it. I'm going to defend with both here.
Woo!
And you decide how you want to assign that damage. You put all three here to kill Shelly.
They're going to kill the Shelly Coat, 100%.
And then Squire will live and you'll die.
Yeah, not even a question. All right. Well, in that case, let's tap here. Play here. I'm going to play the Madcap Poweries.
Mm-hmm.
They have charge. I'll attack here.
Airborne.
Oh, I'll attack this site.
Take it.
And then let's.
There's a lot of fairies in this set.
Move the piggies here. And I'm going to play Squeakers here.
The Squeakies. He can't possibly have more Pigs of the Sounder in the deck. It's a sealed deck.
If a Deathrite ability happens, or do you have to trigger it?
That's a good question.
I think unless it says May.
It doesn't. I love that art.
Just confirming. This is a judge for sorcery.
How many cards are left in your deck? You haven't seen the Grand Old Boar yet.
She's cooking.
Yo.
She cooking. Yeah, and in fact, there's only 6 or 7 cards I think only 6 cards I haven't seen.
So you're saying it's Boar O'Clock.
But, you know, if we were in Vegas, you would be like, this guy.
There's no way he got a boar. No.
He didn't have 2 Pigs of the Sounder and a boar.
No, it's absolutely impossible.
Yeah, it's preposterous.
I would say that it's not even conceivable.
Statistically unlikely, you know? What could go wrong?
Okay, ergo. We're going for it.
This is a good example of Death's Door being such a compelling mechanic.
It's a great mechanic.
Because you were at Death's Door and I was at 20.
Yeah.
But
my control deck just stabilized.
I just have to be able to get to you.
Bad card control deck, absolutely ready. Okay, so we could do that, and then we could do that, and that's kind of interesting. But then if you have that, I mean, it's all for nothing. Because we got to kill the Squeakers. I mean, there's no real... I could try to move around and you would just block with them. And so it's like, where do I want to be, the grand scheme of things? I just kind of want to keep your Spell Slinger blocked in there.
Yeah.
Let's swing into the Squeakers there.
All right. We're squeaking. Top 5.
Yeah.
Looking for Pigs of the Sounder. You've seen my whole deck at this point. Uh-oh. We didn't see it.
Wait, so you're 100% grand old boring now.
I'm pretty sure it's on top. Yeah.
I'm in danger.
Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. There's 2 cards. One of these is the boar, which, if that triggers, then statistically. Although you don't know I have the grand old boar. So
I don't know you have the grand old boring.
I actually don't. It's all Mirage. I left it out of my deck just to mess with you.
Wouldn't that be something? Wouldn't that be something?
Tell you what. Those pigs of the sound are going to charge right into the nearest thing it can die into.
Yes, they are, Zach. Yes, they are. And we're going to have to look at what we can do to prevent it. Because you've got no cards in hand. You might have a boar. You got 5 health. I mean, I didn't even know that. I didn't even know that, right? So if I didn't know that, what would I do? I'll tell you what I would do. I'll show you. I would go swing at you for 2.
Take it.
And then I would swing at you for 4.
Take it.
Then I'd move Spell Slinger. And then I would Lava Flow 5, 4, 2. Or 5, 4, 2, yeah.
So kills.
Kills.
That's bold. So then I'll trigger Pigs of the Sounder.
Yeah, but you didn't draw a Grand Old Boar in your sealed pool. It's insane.
Yeah, no,
right? It's not
Oh,
even
there's
possible.
the Arc Lightning. 2.
Yeah, there he is.
3. 4.
Now here's a question: Does he get lava flowed? Is there Moribund in this game?
Well, how much damage is happening in there?
4.
I have no idea.
Because then the Squire could kill him.
Oh, yeah. I'm painfully aware of that one.
All right, let's look at it. Deal damage to each other unit occupying a site in the area of effect. So if I choose deal damage to the boar, does it stop, put a new boar in, and now continue dealing damage to the site? I mean, it's got to work like that, right, Justin? Justin, where are you? Justin, help.
Van asking if either of us come back from death's door to win with your opponent having full or near full health. I have lost that way.
I have 2. I only remember the losses.
And it's one of those things where, like, the tighter you squeeze, the more that gets through your grip. So, like, even here, I was doing a lot of moves to try to kind of position to just force the issue.
Yeah.
Justin saying that the lava flow happened.
Okay,
So
okay,
that
that's
was fun. But what a thematic way for this thing to go.
What a way that this could happen, Could happen. It's not a giant, is it? No, it's sure not. Okay, so then we'll go Squire here, not attacking.
Mm-hmm.
And then we'll play a giant killer here. Oh, wait, I can't do that. He's exceptional. Can't do that. Okay, so I already spent 5.
Out of how many?
That's going to have to do it.
I have 6.
Yeah, 6, but this is a -1 discount if needed. Okay. And then at the end of the turn, I'm going to untap a nearby ally.
I see.
And so...
Okay. I thought it was over.
No. Can you do 1 to the Squire, I guess is the question. Or otherwise do some kind of stealth, unblockability. Now, if I was in Fab mode, I'd know what that card is. I've cycled through your entire deck. It'd be the first thing you revealed off the first sounder. But I don't know what that card is, Mr. Bunn.
Mr. Bond. No, I can't do the thing.
Great. Have to burn a Squire on a Grand Old Boar, which I gotta tell you, the Squire, not stoked about that. Not stoked about that job. Hey, guy playing a little grab, tripping the old. Can you fend off this giant pig?
Let's try here. Okay.
I didn't realize until just now that all the squires are something less. So you got reckless squire, shameless squire, thankless squire, weightless squire.
Cool.
I didn't realize that.
Less, yeah, that's true. Weightless being the best of all the lesses.
Yeah. I mean, just like if you're picking one.
It's that Ravina song, Weightless, is super good. I'm gonna play it at my funeral. Make a note of that, would you? You'll probably be dead before me.
Grand Old Boar will try to attack there. Yeah, okay, got it.
You feel nervous now? Like if you were like in the finals of Sealed in Vegas?
I mean, the problem is I don't think I'm going to win.
Well, I guess that is a bit of an issue.
Yeah. Sure enough. And I'll pass.
Oh, he's got an unplayable there. Or not wanting to be played. Let's draw. Spell. Oh, well, thank God.
Yeah, so we might document here today the 20-0 Flipperoonie.
Okay.
Mystic Moose in the next set. There's going to be a Knightless Square. It's funny.
Thank God I've got this Sylvan Splendor in hand from the beginning of the game. Never really had a good chance to play it.
Beautiful.
Never really did. Hey, this is great, in fact. This is great. Okay, let's go. Let's get a way to not fail at this. All right. 3 there. And then 4 in the pocket.
That's door.
For DD.
This is not good.
And then kind of weird. I'm not convinced yet. And I'm airborne here, so I could do that. Yes. But then I am in a straight line, which I feel like being in a straight line is a bit of an issue. Okay. We move here. No, that's also not great. I got a weird card, so I'm just trying to kind of play around and see what I can do here. Because it's good. It's good, but I'm not sure. How bad is it for me to be in a straight line here? Probably pretty bad.
There are a lot of straight line effects.
Okay.
Like quite a few. But I'm no scientist. You start.
Well, I was checking to see if it was allied or not. I didn't know if you could cast it on any mortal.
Here. I'm going to go here. No, wait, that's my site. That's why I can't do that. Okay, understood.
That would be handy if you could.
Oh my gosh. I'm trying to make this just so impenetrable.
Are the Vikings still standing?
No, they're not.
Okay.
No, they could be. They could be. But they need to attack into something.
These pixies are great.
Yeah, they are good.
At the end of your turn, tap another nearby ally. It's really powerful.
What if we did boom, boom,
Pow.
Okay, we've got it. This is better. This is better. So we go, you'll see why. Don't worry, it won't affect anything in the game. Here to take you to Death's Door.
Mm-hmm.
And then we summon an invasion here.
Ah.
And then I end my turn, I stand up Vikings with the pixies.
So you summon 2 foot soldiers?
And then I summon 2 foot soldiers.
Yeah, and technically you could put here and get a third one if you wanted it.
Yes, I do want to do that. I forgot your avatar is a unit.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't summon it here, which is kind of what I was trying to do the whole time.
It's still pretty sweet.
I got 2 blockers, but yeah, I don't know. I mean, there's nowhere for you to go. Sugar Plum can threaten. Foot Soldier can threaten. You'd have to Electric Boogaloo pretty good. Saves me from Ball Lightning. Yeah, go ahead. See what you got. Let's see if it was just wrong. Oh, and I'm still standing. I think I'm gonna get in the pile, dude.
You sure?
I don't know. What am I supposed to do?
I don't know that it's wrong.
The pile could put you in Ball Lightning territory.
Well,
That's true.
Yeah. You've already spent 1. I don't know. Why am I here? What am I doing?
Ball Lightning would still work because I could go 4 to. No, I'd have to stay here, right? It can't go past that.
Couldn't go past the stack.
Yeah. So, Ball Lightning right now.
Boom, boom, boom. Doesn't work. Right? Does it?
If I have Ball Lightning, the real play is move my board here, move my avatar here.
Yeah, you're going to Ball Lightning in 1,000 ways.
But I already had a Ball Lightning that I played, and it was elite, so there's no way he has a second copy of Ball Lightning.
And I can always move and block here, so like it's
You should
basically
know what
the
this card
same.
is.
It's basically the same thing.
You're in a very strong position.
Yes, I agree.
I told you that was a
I agree with
game
you.
ender.
Well, it's not a game ender. That was like kind of icing on the cake. I could have just played a giant killer and not had to move everything so weird. I still didn't even like what I've done. I don't even like it at all.
I don't think Zach likes it either.
I'm gonna get a sight for that draw at least. Hey, that's not bad there. No, it's not good. Either.
Oh, glorious.
All right.
So I will just say, a straight line would have been immediate death for you.
Great.
So it's not. But we're going to move here.
Diddy.
And then I'm going to play Lava Flow, which would have been the straight line thing. So we have 5 to everything else here, 4 to everything else here, 2 to everything here. What a card.
That's a good one.
From the top row. Then my pigs will.
They'll end it.
They'll end it.
Good job.
That was a good game. I 1,000% thought I was about to lose.
Yeah, Lava Flow. So I'm thinking about, you almost got to learn the removal of the set, right?
So things I had just in my deck that you'd actually seen. Lava Flow is one of them. A couple more down, I had Burning Hands. But it has to be an allied mortal.
Yes.
Which I don't have any on the table.
You only got pigs.
I also had Fire Breathing, which can be cast from a beast.
Oh, that's good.
So like my
so that would be nothing to do about that. Yeah.
You saw Arc Lightning.
Mm-hmm.
So I could have moved
nearby?
up an Arc Lightning.
Okay, so that wouldn't have mattered. So that actually puts.
But you can't have a blocker back there. Was your problem?
There, and I can't get. I could do, and then there's none of your sites for So there's really not a lot of.
Hold on, Steven, you may have won that one.
What's that?
So
does he have to hit his first side is 5?
There's some intercept potential because he's just moving there and not moving and attacking. But you have to moving through.
No, it's moving through. Yeah, there's no intercept.
Yeah, no, I just move into that site.
Yeah,
and then a Lava Flow. So it's the
first site.
Each other unit occupying a site in the area of effect. So 5, 4, 2.
Not yourself.
Not each other. Yeah,
which
so
is a bummer.
Each other unit. Yeah.
Then, if there's any other way to do it,
I think between the possible options, especially with the colors I have on the board, technically you've seen my whole deck.
Mm-hmm.
But there was one card in my hand you hadn't seen. But technically between Ball Lightning, the various fire spells, even the Earth, Stone, what's that one?
Stone Rain. Mm-hmm. Discard site, yeah.
I don't know that there's a spot, at least in that position, you could have gone to that would have prevented it from.
Some of these from
like
something from
something can get you.
Most of them would work.
Yeah, I will say if you open up Squeakers, even just
that's crazy.
Squeakers with Pigs of the Sounder,
that's
like
crazy.
A 3/3 that comes in on your opponent's turn.
Did you get 3 free cards from that?
I hit
Squeakers, hit a pigs. One of the pigs hit the boar. I think that was it.
Yeah, and one of the Squeakers mix, one of the Pigs of the Sounder mix, and I played a Pigs of the Sounder straight up. But it's a 3/3. If you have the old boar in there, it's crazy. But it's more likely that you would have Squeakers and Pigs of the Sounder because those are ordinary and exceptional. I think they would almost be worth it. Almost.
Yeah.
If you had, without even the old
boar.
Like
a 2/1 or a 3/2. Certainly a 3/2.
Like a 3/3 that comes out in response to a 1/1 going away is really efficient.
All right, so let's learn about intercept apparently.
I'm in the rule book right now.
So moves into, it has nothing to do with moving through. So when a unit moves into a space that it occupies, that something occupies, it can tap and attack it.
Really?
If that's true, dude, we just got better. Our win percentage in Sorcery just skyrocketed.
Yeah, there's just a lot of games that are like suddenly. And is that how it's always worked? So Steven wins that game.
I guess.
Well.
Having the foot soldier there. Is there another way to get there?
I don't know.
that is nuts. That's how that goes.
Yeah.
Okay. If an enemy uses its move and attack basic ability to move, any of your units may tap to intercept when the enemy enters that unit's location, as long as they're not also attacking at that location. Wow. It taps and strikes. It doesn't even attack. There's no back damage. What are we doing? It's like the headbutt of the
Wait,
game.
hold on. This has always existed?
Yeah. Not in the Chelsea Tulsa meta.
So it's never done because mostly they're attacking the site or something on the site, and you defend it.
Yeah.
It's
There's
just
a number of times my avatar has moved into a space with a lot of your stuff on death's door to like slap a nearby 4 damage thing is innumerable.
yeah, like you do it to play the spell that does it nearby.
Yeah, that happens all the time. They fight. Okay, they fight. So we just like, this is where when the guy comes in from like Texas to the tournament in like 1998, and then you're like, oh no, man, you can't do that. And he's like, no, it's right here in the rule book. And we're like, oh my gosh, we've been doing it for 3 years.
I do remember we were like 6 months into playing the Star Wars TCG when we learned after the build phase, you draw up to 7 and then everyone draws an 8th card.
Yeah.
And it was like, wait a second. There's like months of playing.
So now we know, let's just be clear about this.
It was because you had a footman on that side.
Yes.
Yeah, and I have my avatar here.
Yeah, you have it here.
Point is, if I move
and do not attack, then I can intercept and we fight.
Even if you move and do attack, you
Then
can
it would be a
intercept them
defend
with
action, though. It wouldn't be an intercept.
That's right.
because you're defending the
You're
punch.
defending the attack.
So it checks for defend first, and then it checks for intercept.
That
Is
is
that right?
bizarre.
Dude, that's going to revolutionize your win percentage in
I
Vegas.
cannot believe I've been playing this long and did not know that rule.
No, check it out. So here's also from the rulebook. When you intercept, the enemy stops moving and their intended attack, if any, does not happen. No attack occurs and thus no opportunity to further defend. Instead, the intercepting unit or units and the intercepting enemy simply fight, striking each other simultaneously.
But it says right here, as long as the enemy is not also attacking at that location.
Oh, okay. That's probably why it's not used very often.
Yeah.
So, okay.
So you can only intercept if they're not attacking.
Right. So it does check for attack first, and then... if
So you do
not
move and
attacking-
attack. You choose move, but not then attack. And then there's the option to say, well, if I'm not defending an attack, I can optionally intercept with something you just moved on top of. Because, like, you can't just move into a place with a hostile unit and expect it to go okay.
Mm-hmm.
Weird. Well, that's a hard-won victory
That's
from the
a-
rulebook there.
That's a strange one. Because like my line in that case is cast the spell to kill the foot soldier.
Can you imagine?
Attack.
Foot soldier getting lava flowed.
With the boar to attack your Vikings
Yeah.
over here.
This is the Vikings.
And then
And then Pixies
Play-
you got to defend against.
play a unit.
Mm-hmm.
And then the game would go on. That's why it's so hard.
It would go on. Nobody wins.
Yeah.
The rule book wins.
Yeah.
And then I got to snowball to end the game at least.
That's what you would have gotten?
Yeah.
So I had no way out.
I don't assume so.
You would have won.
I would have won. Intercept, baby.
But you could say that we all won because we learned something
Yeah.
today.
Yeah, definitely.
It was the rules you
That
learned
is
along
crazy.
the way. That's
That is
right.
really crazy. Wait, that was a good game.
Yeah.
That's a good example of Death's Door being really critical.
So
All right, hold on.
I'm
Justin's
still-
got a good one
I'm
here.
still just blown away by the fact that, okay, so if you move onto one of your opponent's units, a location with your opponent's units, and you choose not to attack anything,
Mhm.
they can tap and force you to attack.
Here it is.
Well, they
Justin's
can
got it.
tap and now you're
Justin's
both
got it
attacking.
the right way.
Now there's a fight. Yeah.
It's move, check if attacking. If not, you may intercept. If yes, go to attack. And you can't move and intercept. It would just be something already there.
Already
Has to
untapped.
be there. Yeah.
It's like an opportunity attack mechanic, I think,
Mm-hmm.
right? Which we've not known about for about 2 years now.
Yeah, because even having known that now, and ultimately knowing,
It changes everything.
because I know
Yeah.
with your board presence, I have to play a direct damage spell to kill you,
Mm-hmm.
and so my entire game plan there
the entire.
is invalid. Because even I was forcing the issue and going to Death's Door, and like I played the ball lightning
Mm-hmm.
to just like pile on the damage, partially because I knew I had a lot of direct damage left, and I have so much health. It's like I just need to draw one and get in
Mhm.
position and do it. But that is a really good example of like, I mean, even if you just had your big guys, Vikings sitting here,
Mm-hmm.
it's like I can't even move into that space.
Yeah.
My whole everything I did here, because hypothetic, even winding it back, if I'm being smart and I know, it's like playing this here and this here,
Yeah.
so that on that last turn, I have options to go either
Mhm.
direction,
Mm-hmm.
and you'd have to really be working
Very
to,
true.
to do the thing. But that's a that's like a ground shaking revelation.
See, you thought the same thing as me, right? Anything that was moving more than one square, if I was like, I'm going to declare a move here to
it's like
here,
a classic attack of
I
opportunity.
can snare you here and make you attack.
Yeah, you're
Like,
moving through it. Yeah, but just moving. It's a classic attack of opportunity. Like in a miniature game, it would be I have a mini, you have a mini. If I come up next to you, it's fine. There's not a thing. But if I go past it, you're like, yeah, you can smack me.
Huh.
Anyways.
Wow, a good SorceryCon prep, dude.
Yeah, that is quite valuable.
Wow.
Just to understand.
All right, sick. Thanks, guys, for being here. Thanks for learning some rules with us. You're friendly neighborhood tutorial creators. And we'll see you in Vegas. Who's going to Vegas? Sound off in the chat if you're going to Vegas.
Yeah.
How many of you are
I
there?
don't think we haven't done a proper tutorial for Sorcery yet.
Not yet. We had to wait for the rules to get wait for the rules to get clear.
We had to wait for our understanding of the rules to set in.
The rule book was pretty fluid there for beta.
Yeah.
For the first.
That's also, I think, some of my fundamental. I'm not great with the rules anyway, but some of my fundamental sorcery confusion is around that exact thing, which is we played multiple versions and decent bit because we had the early sample cards.
Yeah.
Prior to the real version coming out, and it's not the most templated game either.
Right.
So there's a lot of room.
Which is why, and I love that we get to discover.
That's the charm. Like if this happened
Discover it.
at SorceryCon in the middle of a tournament, it would be legendary and not devastating.
Yeah.
Like I would not be like, oh, I can't believe I lost to that. I would be talking about that all weekend though. It's like everyone needs to know this is how this works, and it's crazy.
Okay. Mystic Moose is going to SorceryCon. Van, loving to see the Death's Door to 20 scenario. That's right.
Van was
Corlash
calling
is
for
going.
it early.
Corlash will be in Vegas. Bobo the Bob will be in Vegas. Justin will be in Vegas. I assume he didn't say that, but I'm just assuming.
There's I don't know the number. I know it's in the like 300 to 400 range. That's a lot of sorcery players gathering in one place.
Yeah.
I don't think I fully really realized exactly what that is. You know, like I know it conceptually, but that's gonna be really cool to see.
All right. Thanks, y'all.
If
Take
you're
care,
Vegas, say hi.
everybody. We'll see you there.
We won't be streaming next week.
That's right.
We'll be streaming next week. That's right.
See you in 2 weeks.
See you in 2 weeks. Take care. Vote.